What up? What up? What up? And welcome back to the GT Lounge podcast. It's been a minute. I'm one half of the hosting duo. I'm your boy Donny, and I got my boy with me. Say
What's
what's
going on?
up.
What's going on, everybody? This is Tarik. It's been a minute.
It
This is
has.
it's been a minute. I think we didn't got a whole new year older since the last time we did this.
Yeah, took a little time
Uh,
off. We got the holidays that came about, and January went fast for me. I don't know about you. It flew by getting back to work, and it just
yeah,
there was a
yeah,
lot going on, and yeah, it just flew by for me.
January did move a little quick. I mean, but it's all starting to move quick now, man. It's just time just moves so fast nowadays, bro. Like to where it's really it's really mind blowing to me because like not to go off on a tangent, but when you remember being a kid and you look for certain points, or that I don't know how you looked at the school year, but I always marked it off as once we got to winter break, it was like, all right, half the school year.
Mhm.
Even though I knew it was more, back home, we got out in June,
In mid June, yeah.
so technically it was more months on the back end of it, but I just felt
Hmm.
like half the school year was done.
And that
But yeah,
first half will go quick because you got all the holidays, things to look
yeah,
forward to.
you got the holidays and then all the days off because it seemed like it was a teacher's work day at least 3 times a month.
All those educators.
But yeah, man, that time it seemed back then it used to move slow, and now it's just flying by, man. It's
Yeah,
just flying by. But it is good to be back though, man. It is
it
good to be
is.
back. I was missing it.
It is.
I was definitely missing it.
Yeah, me too. Like you're right. We've talked about where we love doing this, we enjoy doing it, and when we don't do it, there is a little something that is missing, and when we are ready to do it, it's something to look forward to every Wednesday, and
Yeah,
it's on the calendar, and man, let's do this.
yeah, yeah. I was sitting up there thinking last week. I was like, damn, man, we kind of. I feel like we a real podcast. Like we kind of broke this thing down into one season, and now we
Season
gave
two.
we gave a break. So now I'm looking at this as season two, episode one.
There we go. There we go. I like it. Season two, episode one, and this is number 17 overall. We're
Yeah,
getting close to getting out of those teenage years. We can almost vote uh,
yep,
with these episodes. We weren't going to touch too much on it, but what I just said just kind of sparked my memory. A lot has gone on. I said in January. We had the craziness that happened in D.C., but we got a new president on hand. A year since the Kobe tragedy, as well as David Stern, and a lot going on this past month. But here we are, almost mid February.
yeah.
Yeah,
Almost mid February, man, and yeah, it's so crazy that you know Kobe was a year ago, right? I mean, we all know what happened in D.C. early in the month. That's craziness. I don't even want to touch on because that's I I can't even fathom what what the hell they was going what was going through their mind
yeah.
to try to do what they did. But yeah, man, like that's how it's certain when people pass away, right, is always a sad thing. That goes without saying. But it's certain people that just like damn, man, that one he had to take that one from
Hmm.
us. Like damn, man. And Kobe's one of them, man. And it's just I remember where I was when I first heard and did that initial shock of jeez,
Like
what
say it ain't so. Yeah, And
it was crazy, man. Like, just as a young dude ready to get into, post basketball life.
that
And
next chapter, man, he was about to do his thing, man. Started
yeah.
already winning some awards for the things he was doing in the post basketball era. Yeah.
Yeah, he raising his daughter to be a phenomenal basketball player in her own right, and yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, God needed him home, man. So
Yeah. But we got a couple of positive things that have been taking place. I give a shout out to my beautiful wife. Birthday last week. We thank you for joining us on our impromptu Zoom celebratory shot.
yeah, happy birthday to my dog Kelly.
Yeah. Happy birthday to her. And there's another birthday coming up. I wonder. It's not tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There is a birthday coming up tomorrow
I
on
don't,
February 11th.
I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, you know who birthday tomorrow? For real, you know who birthday tomorrow?
Who else his birthday is tomorrow?
Brandy's. It's Brandy's birthday tomorrow. Brandy. Oh, it's a few. It's a few of us. Brandy, Jennifer Aniston, and Kelly Rowland.
So it's an all-female birthday day.
He has jokes, ladies and gentlemen. He has jokes.
And good-looking females. I mean,
yeah.
There's a fourth person on that list. Maybe not quite a celebrity yet.
Nah, not yet.
That statue, but we got our very own DJ Blackout.
Yeah. 42,
my dog.
42 years old tomorrow.
Whew. Do you feel it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. Sometimes I'm like, shit, this didn't hurt 10 years ago.
Shoot, I'm like, this didn't hurt like 3 years ago.
But yeah, man, I get excited about my birthday because I look at your birthday as your own personal holiday, and I enjoy holidays, and it's being here this long. It's not promised to everybody, man.
Yeah,
it's not promised. So I don't take them for granted. I try to enjoy them to the utmost. I'm pretty sure in the next probably few weeks we'll probably all get together and be able to celebrate it somehow, some way.
Yeah, I mean, even virtually. I mean, it's kind of become the new norm, but
yeah,
maybe one of these days we can somehow hook up. I don't know what I was just gonna say. I started to interrupt you, and then I just lost my train of thought. I got thinking about something else.
Old age. That's that old age.
I got it. There you go. I remember now. So, like, as I am getting of older age, I find myself probably the last 5-6 years, especially, being a lot more reflective. Like usually it was just like, man, it's a birthday, let's go at it, or whatever, and you still have a good time and enjoy it. But I feel like just being a lot more reflective and just thinking of things, and not just past but present, and where it's going, and just evaluating everything.
Yeah.
You find yourself doing that?
Yeah, I do it a lot. I mean, I'm always reflective though.
Right.
Like I think about my childhood, my childhood a lot. Think about my dad, my grandparents. Yeah, man, because it's we at that point to where we have multiples of years now. Like we can honestly say, damn, I remember when this happened back in 2001, and that's a full 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't accumulated some nostalgic moments in our lives.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I reflect
some
on
miles on those tires. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a little bit further into this than we normally do, but I saw you taking a sip when we were talking about celebrating a birthday. What you celebrating with tonight?
Oh yeah, I got me some Crown tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got some Crown and ginger
because
ale.
after all, this is a lounge, so
Yeah, you gotta have a cocktail in the lounge, Yeah, but I
yeah.
got me some Crown and ginger ale. What you got tonight?
Nice. Well, I don't have a cocktail, but I'm going with one of my go tos when it comes to the IPAs or the extra pale ales. I got my Sweetwater 420.
Okay.
Don't float the mainstream. That's what it says. Don't float the mainstream.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good one there.
Hey, are you a fan of the? I don't know if I asked you this on any of the past podcasts, but are you a fan of the Funky Buddha?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I listen to a lot of sports radio from back home, and the guy one of the shows I listen to, they promote that a lot,
Yeah.
a lot. And I think I hope I'm not giving out wrong information, but I think the guy who owns Funky Buddha actually owns Anthony's Cold Fire Pizzas. Do you guys have those up there?
No, but I know what you're talking about. I don't think we have any of them here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good pizza. That's really good pizza. But
What we
but
do
yeah.
have, which is really good. It's more of a food truck kind of thing. They do have a solid place that they set up camp, but they do also go around to different places like food truck. It's called Pie 95. That is some good pizza right there. That's for sure.
Okay, and it's a truck.
It's a truck, but they do have like an area where they do park on a regular basis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sound good.
It's good
Sound
stuff.
good. But yeah, man, I always I'm starting to see the Funky Buddhas up here in some of the not all Publixes, but in a few of them. I mean, I don't really, I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
So it ain't like I'm looking to try it, but
they have one. I think it's called a hop gun, like a Top Gun kind of play. Hop gun and like a Floridian as well too. Those are pretty good ones.
Yeah, my coworker was telling me about a maple bacon, something that they got maple, something funky. Something crazy.
Hence the name.
Yeah, and he said it was really good. He said it wasn't like in your face with the sweetness, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, I'll take your word for it, brother. Take your word.
Nice. Well, listen, man. Big things happened this past weekend, and things that nobody saw this going the way that it did. You made major predictions, but I don't think anybody would have seen this coming.
Yep.
Man, that Super Bowl was crazy.
Yeah, it was. It was lopsided.
To say the least.
It was lopsided. It was lopsided. I mean, in all honesty, it really wasn't an entertaining game.
No.
I think let me take that back. I ain't gonna say it's not. I ain't gonna say it wasn't entertaining. It was entertaining in the fact that, at least for me, I was in such awe of Tampa's defense and what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
I think I agree. And I think it was a tale of two halves. The first half, I was impressed and in awe of the things that Tom Brady and that offense was doing.
Yeah.
When it came to the second half, pretty much, after that, KC came down, kicked the field goal to open up, but then they marched down and scored that touchdown. I think it was Fournette ran it in. After that, it was more than just the defense just peeled back. It just was in coverage and just pressure. And when you can put pressure on, with four,
yep,
you're gonna be all right. And then occasionally send somebody. I mean, you're gonna have all the success.
Day.
Yeah,
that is an easy day at the office if you can. If you ain't got to send no blitzes, just drop everybody. Oh God!
And even as bad as it was going for KC, it wasn't until about 7 minutes to go in the game when I was like, I still had that inkling, like, man, they could still just turn it on. They can just figure it out, turn it on, and score a bunch of points.
Yeah.
But then we got to about that 7 minute mark, and then you just see people being just like dejected and just kind of like, running out of time, too little, too late.
Yeah.
Because really after the Fournette score at the beginning of the third, there was one more field goal. I think that was it. I think because it was 31-9.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brady threw 3 in the first half.
Yeah. Because
Fournette
they
came out
went.
and scored. That's 28, and then they just kicked the one field goal. After that, because it ended. There was no scores in the fourth.
Yeah. 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 It was eye raising, man. And then like to the point that you made about thinking that Kansas City was still in it because we've seen them explode for points in the past. I it What was killing me was my man was he was putting dimes on the receivers. He
Mm-hmm.
was hitting them smack dab in the face with the football,
He
and
was
they
looking
just go.
like Soldier Boy and Superman, and being parallel with the ground. Superman, that man parallel with the ground, doing a little like he was skipping the football off of water.
Yeah, yeah, man. So it's just
I
you
think I
know,
heard him yell out, "This one's 500." Like as he threw it up.
yeah, man. But yo, he was running for his life.
Did you see? There was a stat. I may have sent it to you. There was a stat. You want to talk about rushing yards? Mahomes ran 497 yards just in pressure yards, like
Yeah,
running around, just
yeah.
trying to avoid sacks.
I saw that. I saw that, and I was just sitting up there like, holy shit! They
Almost
was
500 yards. Now, a couple of those were big chunks, like where he scrambled for like 30, 40 yards
Yeah, yeah,
backwards.
yeah. Yeah, of course. But it's just the fact that they was getting that much like he he doesn't really get hit like that,
No, he doesn't.
so this was something new. And I understand KC had the two linemen that were out, but I mean the way that defense was looking, I don't necessarily know if they'd have made a difference. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I
Yeah.
think if they could have put a few more points on the board, like Tampa just got to a point where they were just pinning their ears back and just going after them. I mean, they had no running game on KC. They became one-sided. One approach. Let him just air it out. And man, you got those defensive linemen. They know they don't got to worry about the run.
Yeah.
It
But
just
and I think that was silly on Kansas City's part because if you establish a run in the second half, well, first off, okay, so we all know the two high safeties was taking out Tyreek Hill and Hardman from going down the field. Okay, we get that. That's why Kelsey was able to eat because Kelsey ended up having over 100 and
over
something
100
yards,
yards. Yeah.
but he did have some critical drops. But my thing is, okay, everything can't. It's not a 14-point play. There
Mhm.
is no such thing as a 14-point play, dog. You have to take what they give you.
Yeah.
If you start breaking these routes off and going underneath and just methodically get down the field, then it's gonna open up. It's going to open up eventually, but
Yeah.
you know it.
But
They
nothing was truly open. I mean, yeah, there was some drops, but that it was not just pressure, but it was great coverage.
yeah, it was great coverage. I ain't taking
First, second options, weren't available. So
nothing away from Tampa Bay,
yeah,
but it's still you can't try to. I felt like Mahomes was trying to go for the chunk play, the 15 yards and the 15
yeah.
to 25-yard plays every chance he broke away from pressure.
And then on the flip side, most people thought Tampa would go deep a lot more, but they didn't. They didn't go vertical. Tom Brady took what they gave him, dumped it off, checked down here or there,
Yep.
and just took what they gave him. I mean, I thought it was fantastic approach on both sides of the ball for Tampa. It was incredible.
Yeah. It was.
If you would have been laughed out of a casino if you went up there and said, "I'm going to put so much money on KC not even scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl,"
Yeah.
they'd have been
You
like, "First off, we don't have a line for that because that's not going to happen."
Yeah, that's impossible. Impossible. Yeah, it was yeah,
But
it was
Tampa's
crazy.
on the map, man. You know, in the last 5 months, man, the Stanley Cup went to the
The
Lightning.
Lightning,
The Rays were really close to winning the
the
World
World Series.
Series. Yeah, and now Tampa.
Yeah,
You know,
and Toronto, the Raptors playing basketball in Tampa.
in Tampa, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
But you know
yeah,
what? One thing we do know, though, I mean, I'm gonna throw shade here. You know, USF Bulls, they got out on my UCF Knights, so we ain't got to worry about them.
oh yeah, that's yeah. You ain't got to worry about them winning nothing at all. But yeah, man, yeah. Tampa.
Did you hear about the streaker and the supposed prop bet?
Yeah, I did hear about it, and from what somebody was saying on the radio, it was saying that with prop bets you can only bet so much. Like you can't, they won't allow you to bet that high on a prop bet because it's a 50-50 shot, right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I mean, and it could be rigged, which that's what they are saying. Now, if it is true, then that's fucking genius.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is,
yeah.
that's genius as hell. What he bet 50K?
No, I thought it was more than that. Either he bet more or his payout was over 300 or something like that. It was
Yeah,
it was one of the two.
his
Um,
payout was like okay, so I think from what I read, I think he bet 50K. The odds was 750. I'm not too good with the gambling odds and all of that, but I think the odds was 750, minus 750 that they have a streaker.
he took home what over like
He
360
took
something.
he took like 374.
Yeah,
It
374.
was
Yeah,
375, but to bond out was 1,000.
yeah. Well, his expenses afterwards. Yeah, yeah. So like he
Yeah,
netted that. Yeah. So they were saying bond out 1,000. The money for the ticket to get into the game, and then he still profited all that. But you got a little something on the record now though.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that for what they were trying to promote, it's kind of par for the course.
So let me ask you this, because I know your answer. If you wasn't in the profession that you were in, would you take 374 $375,000 and a record? Like, what is that an
Like, would I
even trade
really
off?
do that? I don't think I don't think I would go through with that. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I wouldn't do that. Would you?
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, not at all.
I wouldn't do
Not at
that.
all.
I mean,
Not at
because you
all.
got to have like a lifetime of kind of choices that are leading you up to
Yeah,
that type of field and industry that you're going into, and
yeah.
you know
Like supposedly
popping off. He's done this before, like even with his girl and everything, like overseas with soccer games and things like that too.
yeah, yeah. Like and from what I heard, he ran like um, some sort of ad agency, or some the advertisement something. And so it's, man, it's
It's
everybody
funny.
doing.
It's funny
Yeah,
though.
it is funny. It is
It's
funny.
funny. It's,
But, everybody doing. People do anything for clicks
oh yeah.
nowadays.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No.
I wouldn't do it at all.
Heck no.
It's
I
just,
wouldn't do that.
no, I just can't. Because it ain't just me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That's what I'm saying. It's got
family.
to be a series of things that just of lifestyle choices that lead you down that path over
Yeah,
and over, to get to there. So, yeah. One last thing about Super Bowl, what's impressive is now Brady has more rings individually than the franchises of New England now, obviously,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and Pittsburgh as well too. He's got more than
hmm
them.
yeah.
And
Because
most other teams. So
Pitt got 6, right?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
I don't.
the 50% of the last 20 Super Bowls he's played in, and
Crazy,
what
right?
they say, they said 18% of the all Super Bowls ever.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And then think about this: the ones he lost, he barely lost.
Barely lost.
You know what I'm saying? Like the two to the Giants was obviously one score games.
That easily could, had it not been for that catch, that was easily New England's game.
Yeah, both of them, and then the one to the I almost call these people the Phillies, the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah,
yeah, the one to the
Philly
Eagles.
special.
And that was still a one score game. That was only by 8 points, I think.
Yeah, the Philly special. That's what took it over.
Yeah, so man, he could have had 10 rings. He could
have at least 9. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I thought KC was gonna win.
And if we're gonna say that though, then when they came back on Atlanta, he could have easily lost that one. They could have easily lost that one. Didn't they come back from like 28 points or something?
Yeah, it was 28-3. Yeah.
But 7 out of 10.
That's
incredible.
70% in Super Bowls, dog.
Mm-hmm.
First off, just getting to the shit is hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like me being a Dolphin fan. What? I mean, Marino got the one in 84 and couldn't. And that was it. I mean, barely sniffed it. So he got the 2 AFC Championship games after that, and that was it. It's hard, man. It's that and he getting back like it ain't like it ain't nothing.
And that one season, you brought up the Dolphins, so I immediately thought undefeated season. And that one season when they lost to the Giants, that was when they were 18-0, right? Or and they ended up with that one loss in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So you got to give credit where credit due, man. And he the best to ever do it.
And you know what? This is kind of
those words would come out of my mouth.
And this is, I think we had kind of had this conversation before, and this is where I'm going to circle back to Kobe. Everybody loves Kobe, and we mourn the death, obviously. And I think more people support Kobe now than when he was playing and even just shortly after his career. I don't think people appreciated what he brought to the game and the type of player he was, and appreciated, his greatness, at the position he played. And that's why I made the comment of, appreciate, the great ones while they're still playing and enjoy football. Yep. And people ask me, well, who's your team? I'm like, well, I'm from Miami. So, I grew up a Dolphins fan. So always a Dolphins fan, but I enjoy watching good football. Like I loved, and especially quarterbacks, being a former quarterback or whatever, but I love watching people just having that knack and knowing what's coming up. Like I love Peyton Manning, like he was my favorite, and then, Brady, man, he's kind of the same thing. You say what you want, with the deflate gates and all that other stuff, but listen, there was a question of what, one game, one half about Deflategate, but what about all the other games that he ever played in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There wasn't any of that going on, so people are going to bring up controversies, all the time, but he's the man's good. He's good at his craft, and he's 40. You're about to turn 42. He's 43. He started, 3 Super Bowls now in his 40s?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been the way.
That'll never be done again. He's started 3 Super Bowls in his 40s at the quarterback position. He's won 2 out of those 3. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And what's crazy is, let's see, he went to his first 3 was 2001, 2000.
Was it 2003?
Yeah, it was it was a 01 season. So I'm gonna go by the season. So it was a 01 season, 03 season, and 04 season. And then a couple years off. Then they went in 07. That was the year they went undefeated. And then
12 was it?
Yeah, they ended up going 11. Ended up going back in the 11 season. and then they went 14, 14, 16, 17, I want to say. Did they, because they lost, I mean, they beat the Falcons and then lost to the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so they beat the Seahawks, lost to
You
the,
got to feed Marshawn.
yeah, they beat the Seahawks, lost to the uh lost to the Eagles, beat the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I may have it reversed.
You might have a reverse. I think the Falcons was first.
Yeah, yeah. And then they played the Rams. And that's the it. That's it for the Patriots. So this man had been to the Super Bowl 4 times since 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
And in 3 different decades.
Yeah. 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 I ain't gonna lie. It was like I said, I thought KC was gonna win. If I was, I thought it was gonna be. First off, I thought the game was gonna be a lot more exciting than it was.
I think
I
we
called
all
it.
did. Yeah.
I called 37-34 Kansas City. Right. And but I didn't have an issue with Tampa winning.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it was, and I'm still not a big fan of Brady. I appreciate what he does, but like I told you in our Zoom call the other day, he done tortured the Dolphins for too damn long. he done tortured the Dolphins for 2 decades. I can't just turn a blind eye to that.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate what he does. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I thought it was, dope that he was able to kind of pull a band of misfits together. Like if you you think about the Leonard Fournettes and the Antonio Browns.
It was the LeBron
in.
factor, Everybody wanted to come, and that's what we saw that in the offseason. Everybody thought he was washed up too.
Yep. Yeah, so shouts out to him.
Yeah, for sure. You you watching any kind of good shows at all or anything?
No, not really, man.
Yeah.
Not really. I haven't I know Jennifer was watching Bridgerton.
Yeah, everyone's watching that. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, she was watching Bridgerton. I caught like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Actually, you know what? I've been watching we've been watching Below Deck for a while on Bravo. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Below Deck is like so it's a reality show, but it's about these crews that work on yachts.
Oh, I think I've seen like a commercial of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting, man. Like, to see how people act when they got money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started watching. I started rewatching Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
just for the fun of it, and then Kelly and I started watching. We just stumbled upon this one. It's called Imposters. It was like a made for TV series, and we just finished the first season, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, something that we enjoy doing it. So, hey, let's. You want to go ahead and prepare for some parting shots here soon?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna head over to the freezer, grab my drink. Let me go ahead and give us a pause, and we'll be right back, people.
All right, cool deal.
All right, we're back. Thank you for that little bit of a break, Tarik. You appreciate that break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it.
That was good. So, what's funny is we're going to prepare our drinks and go out to the freezer because, I'll just let you know. I'm going with Old Faithful here for when we do some parting shots with the Fireball. To go to the freezer, I see an ice cube that came out of the ice cube maker thing, and it's on like one of the racks. So I'm like trying to be discreet, everyone's sleeping, trying to I pull the ice cube, got to go put it back through to the top. Well, it hits the thing and drops, slides, crashes on the floor, goes all the way to the barn door, bangs on that. I'm like, oh my God.
So in other words, you was the complete opposite of what you was trying to do.
Complete 180-degree opposite.
Oh, that is funny as hell. Oh, that's funny. Oh man. So you going with Old Faithful?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I
When you
had to
got
do
it,
the
you got to
same
drink
thing.
it, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, got to go with old Fireball.
There you go. Yeah, man. There was man. It's as we said earlier. It's always great doing this, but I do enjoy doing this with you a lot, man. And I'm so thankful that we got back on the Zoom and on the pod. So I appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate you too, my man. And before we get into these shots, I do want to give a shout out to my family. We got some unfortunate news this morning that my grandfather, John Fields, passed away this morning after 92 years of a beautiful, glorious life on this earth. So, my birthday gonna be bittersweet, but I appreciate
92 years, man. I mean,
yeah. After 92 years, it's like,
that's incredible. Like I
yeah.
hope I'm there at 92.
Yeah, it's like you can definitely be sad, but you can't be angry. It's like what I was talking about earlier with some of the younger people that we've lost in the past, or celebrities, I should say. Yeah, it was 92 years, and I think that quality of life wasn't what it once was. So
Well, brother, I'm sorry to hear that, and as I said earlier, my condolences out to you and your entire family. It's never
appreciate
easy.
it, my man.
Never easy, man.
Yeah, it's not. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and cheers, man. Cheers to getting back onto the podcast this evening.
And you know what? We haven't done this on the pod, but we talked about what a shit show 2020 was. Yeah. So here's to a better, brighter 2021 for everyone out there.
Yes, sir.
All cheers. Right, cheers. Whew.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, that'll clear you up. That'll clear you up. Why?
And it's so much better with it being chilled.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That hot fireball is for fucking savages, bro. It's for people who have no regard for human life. Just garbage pails. Just throwing it all in there. Just nope.
Oh boy. Yeah, you cracked me up there, man. All right, man. Well, appreciate everyone tuning in, and hopefully enjoyed us back on the pod. And we won't take as long of a hiatus. This is now season 2, episode 1, but 17 overall. So we'll be back soon for that episode number 2 of season 2.
Yes, we will. All right, everybody.
All right, peace out.
Peace.